Today we are going to discuss the experiment to determine resistance of the galvanometer by half deflection method. In this we have the following components in the circuit. First one is resistance box whose resistance changes from 1 to 5000 kilo ohm. There is one more resistance box whose resistance changes from 1 to 1000 ohms. Next one is galvanometer. Galvanometer is the device which confirms presence of current. It has 0 at the center, 30 on the right side, 30 on the left side. It will deflect when there is a current in the circuit. Next is the two key, and the first and the most important is battery eliminator, which converts AC input into DC input. Now how we will assemble this in the circuit? This will be shown in this circuit. Kindly look into the circuit diagram. Battery eliminator is connected to key is connected to battery galvanometer is connected to 10 kilo ohm range resistance box, and this galvanometer is in parallel with the resistance box having resistance of 1000 ohms, which is then connected with the key. Now we will see in the circuit. Firstly, one input from the battery eliminator goes to resistance box whose resistance is 5 kilo ohm, whose one end is connected to the galvanometer. Galvanometer is connected to the key is then connected to the battery eliminator. So this is the series circuit. Battery eliminator to 5 kilo ohm resistance, 5 kilo ohm resistance to galvanometer to key to then battery eliminator. Now one parallel arrangement of resistance box is there. So in parallel to the galvanometer we arrange key then resistance box of 1000 ohms resistance. So this is our circuit labeling, which we have shown earlier in the diagram and arranged it according to that circuit diagram. Now how it works? What we have to do? We have arranged the circuit as per the circuit diagram. Now I have unplugged this parallel resistance. Now I will turn on the supply. Deflection is maximum, so I have deflected it to 30. So set it at certain value whose half division we can measure. So here number of divisions are even. At present it is 29. So I will set it to 28 by plugging one more value. It is 27. It is at 27. We will unplug 20 ohm. Now it is 26. 26 half of the 26 is 13. So firstly we will note this reading. At present I have taken the reading of 5000 plus 700, 5700. Deflection in the needle is 26. Deflection in the needle is 26. So it will be, divisions will be 26. Half of the divisions will be 13. Now we will pick out some value from the parallel resistance by arranging this circuit in parallel. Just by pressing the key. Now circuit is parallel arranged. Deflection goes from 26 to 5. Now we will unplug some value. I am unplugging 50 ohms. Deflection gets increased to 11, between 11 or 12. I have to unplug one more value. So I am plugging 5 ohm. Deflection gets reached to 16. I have to decrease it gently. I am lowering by 2. Its value is about 13. I will unplug 1 ohm. Now see, its value is 13, which is half of the 26. So at what parallel resistance it is showing 13 deflection? 50 plus 2, 52 plus 1, 53. So at a resistance of 53 ohm of parallel shunt resistance, we are getting half deflection just by putting the value. R is 5700 multiply S is 53 divide by 5700 minus 53. This will be the calculation to find the resistance. We will perform the same experiment. This is the one set of reading. Now to take next set of reading, we will again unplug the parallel circuit. Now again deflection goes to 26. We have to decrease it to next set of reading. Now I am going to unplug 200 ohms. Earlier it is 26. Now I want to change it to 24. So I am plugging one high resistance, that is 1000 ohm. Its deflection is 23. Set it at 24 or 22. Try to set it at even divisions. Now it is 22. It is 22 where image and needle lies. 22. So at what resistance it is 22? It is at a resistance of 5000 plus 1000, 6000, 6500, 6700, 6900. So at a resistance of 6900, at a resistance of 6900, deflection in the needle is 22. Deflection in the needle is 22. I have to half it into 11. So to divide the divisions into half, arrange the parallel circuit just by inserting the key. Just by inserting the key, I am setting it to half. Its value is at 10, but I want to shift it to 11. 22 half is 11. So gently pick out small value because it needs only small change. It is still between 10 and 11. So I will place this 2 ohm and unplug 5 ohm. Let's see. Yes, it is at 11. So at what parallel resistance is 11? It is at 5 or 2, 7, 8 and 58. At 58 ohm, deflection gets reduced from 22 to 11. So we will place this value at how much value? 58, 7, 8 or 58. At a value of 58. So place this value into the respective formula, you will get the another value of resistance. Repeat this experiment. Repeat the same procedure which we have conducted for the first two set of readings for at least 5 times. I have taken for 22. Now divided, shifted it takes another value which shifted to 20 divisions, next to 18, 16, 10, and respectively note down the parallel shunt resistance where deflection gets half and pick out the average value of the galvanometer resistance. So in this way we can perform this experiment of half deflection method to find resistance of the galvanometer. I hope you are able to understand this. So kindly watch it, stop it at certain point, try to reconnect in your mind, then perform the experiment in the school. It will help you to understand the whole experiment.